Mike Hosking had Christopher Luxon on this morning, and I'd like your response as the finance spokesperson for Labor, and Chewie. I mean, I'd like to hear from you as well to do with this broadcaster who got so very, very, very close to asking the right question. It must have gone up to his upper palate and nearly come out and just didn't quite get there. He was talking to Mr. Luxon about, paying public servants more. If only we had the money.
Yeah, but this is where I get I have an element of sympathy here because of your fiscal constraints. What they're arguing over is 1%, 2%, and they're going, well, inflation's 2.7, we're actually going backwards, which is a mathematical fact. Would you pay them more if you had the money?
Yeah, we would. If we were a wealthier economy, like we see in other countries, think about Ireland, twice as wealthy per person as New Zealand, got twice as many teachers, they can pay their people more. But, the irony in here is that it was Labor that actually tripled the debt.
So there's this obvious question. We're all thinking, every single person watching this show, every single one is thinking of the obvious follow-up question.
Made us make $9 billion worth of interest payments, and we've got to make the country wealthier. When we make it wealthier, we can afford better public services as well.
This is the problem. Every time I've had a unionist on this program,
and he's even talked about unions. The unions come on, so Mike's got, because you know what the unions are going to say. They're going to point to our spending, right? So it's on the tip of his tongue.
I asked the inevitable question, which is: we have no money. We have less than no money. Where do you want that money to come from? And their answer is consistent. That is tax people more.
Yeah, well, borrow more, tax more, spend more, right? That's the thing, and
So
that's what's
close.
caused the mess. That's what's caused inflation and interest rates go through the roof and cause suffering for regular working folk in New Zealand.
So apparently the unions come on and all his magnanimousness, Mike Hosking goes, but where is this money going to come from? And they go, tax is the only answer. Because I think that, I was speaking to Craig Rennie today, and I said to him, the government has removed from our coffers. I don't like saying given away, because some people will go, well, they don't give away, it's our money. So, okay, fine. So we'll just say has removed from the pot of money for whatever reason to run this country $17 billion. And Craig, in all his nerdy wonder, goes, 23 billion. So Christopher Luxon is sitting here going, if only we had some more money. Oh, my aching heart. We could maybe pay these nurses 1% more. And we're going, that 1.5 billion that you've given to tobacco companies and those billions of dollars in landlord reimbursements and tax cuts, are we including that? But the question didn't come up, Barb, and I've got some guesses as to why maybe it didn't, but it seems like a missed opportunity. I'd love to get your thoughts on that though, mate.
Yeah, budgets are all about choices. I've said that on this show before, and the government chose where they were going to prioritise their money.
Yeah.
We've seen that with the removal of the digital services tax bill that was on the order paper that had a 500 million tax cut for overseas tech companies. That they gave them a tax cut. We saw $2.9 billion of landlords. We've seen the tax cuts over the last 2 years. These are all choices the government makes, including the tobacco company, the HTPs, the subsidies given there. I mean, when I hear Luxon saying borrow, tax, spend more, bro, like you're borrowed more, you're basically disguising taxes as levies and passing the cost on to Kiwis. And you've spent money in areas which I'm pretty sure that's why the doctors, nurses, and the teachers and the healthcare workers are striking, because they've totally prioritised other areas, but not the basic social infrastructure that we need here in New Zealand. So, they can say whatever they like, there is no money there, but actually they've put us in a more worse position. And as a result, board directors get more money, MPs got pay rises, these are all choices.
Yeah. I've got another a clip to play, Chewie, but you got any thoughts around that one first?
I've got so many thoughts around this. First of all, hit the Judith Collins button.
Oh, I can't. It's not loaded up. Keep talking. Pad.
No.
Pad.
Look, if the money needs to be found, then we will find the money. But Judith Collins. voice. This is the consistent lie. This is the lie that they keep saying, is that the economy is so bad that they don't have enough money, that there's no... We'd love to pay nurses and teachers more. We just simply can't. Look at the moths coming out of the finance budget. It's gone. But yeah, we all know that they have given away billions. We all know that they can find the money if they want to buy helicopters. So it's kind of this thing of like turning around to your mate who really needs the money and going, sorry, man, I'm flush, as you fill up your car.
As you drive away in your
right to
Lamborghini.
the fucking brim on your new car. Like, it's just foolish. I saw today, and forgive me, we're going to rip through just some amazing graphs. The excellent musical chairs account on Blue Skies just tore this line, this repeated line, apart. Only New Zealand becoming wealthier can we afford to spend more. We're in good company with countries that can afford to spend more. The government spend per capita. Oh, look, only by New Zealand becoming wealthier can we afford to spend more. We're right up here. What is he talking about?
So do you remember
spend?
a couple of weeks ago, I had the mood of the boardroom, and some of the CE comments were really cutting in relation to both MOF and to PM. There was like, cut the political spin, and, you know, where's the thought leadership? Yeah, this is a lot of the political spin, right?
So you're saying that people that know numbers, because they run businesses, can see right through this. They know that they're not hearing this from their people that understand numbers. It's not meant for them. They're going to vote National anyway, 9 times out of 10. But this is going out to the public and just repeating the line, Labor borrowed heaps during COVID. You know that there was free money given out because you all fucking got some. So don't look into comparisons about our debt loading under John Key, our debt loading under Ardern, and our debt loading now. Don't look at that. It's very unkind to the national government. Please don't. Please chat. Don't Google it. Don't go and look for the numbers. It's very, very bad. But they're going to repeat the line because that's what people that aren't going to look at this stuff are going to take with them, because they heard it on ZB, they heard it on Hoskings, they heard it on the platform, and unfortunately they're hearing it in our mainstream news as well, completely without any context. They're going to take that to the election, and that's your job, is to break that perception and show it for the absolute farce that it is. It's a big job.
Well, you know, the fact that the finance spokesperson for Labour rated higher than the Minister of Finance and the Prime Minister, you know.
We noticed that. We pointed that out quite strongly.
You know, National losing the boardroom is like Labour losing our unions. This is their base. Yeah. And their base is saying, cut through the crap, give us a plan, give us a vision, because at the moment you keep blaming the other people. Well, actually, you know, Nicola Willis blamed John Key at that particular event, but you're running out of people to blame. People are sick of the excuses. What's the bloody plan?